He represents the Council of American Islamic Relations, CAIR, Brother Nihad Awad.
Good afternoon. Assalamu alaikum to my Muslim brothers and sisters. Shalom to my Jewish brothers and sisters. Peace to everyone who's listening and watching. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for traveling to Washington, D.C. And thank you all who are watching C-SPAN today and other networks. This should be a historic day for America. This should be a historic day for people of conscience. I am doubly disturbed as Muslim, as a Palestinian, as an American, to see my fellow Palestinians being slaughtered every day with my tax dollars money. I am upset with my government because my government does not represent the values of America of peace, justice, and equality for all. Ladies and gentlemen, this carnage, this slaughter at the hands of the Israeli so-called defense forces should be called the Israeli offensive against civilian population forces. This brutal government has been slaughtering innocent population, knowing that it will be targeting innocent civilians, knowing that it will be hitting schools and hospitals, knowing that the biggest casualties will be among the civilians. So why is the majority of the casualties are civilians? There are three possibilities. Number one, they had bad equipment, which I doubt. Second, the Israeli soldiers are bad shot, which I doubt because they're trained. C, they have an official policy to target civilian populations, and I believe that is the policy, to target civilian populations. And according to the definition of terrorism, if any use of force against civilian population to achieve political aim, that is the definition of terrorism. And that's why some Latin countries have declared the state of Israel as a terrorist state. Ladies and gentlemen, you know that the polls have shown that the American public does not support this carnage. Why? Because they see powerful images of children being murdered. They see limbs. They see schools being flattened. They see UN schools being bombarded. They know that America never signed up for this. They know that this is in defiance to what we stand for as Americans. Even media commentators started to shift because they started to speak truth to their audience. Why? Because of the social media. Today, anyone who has a cell phone, like many of you, is an independent media outlet. And that's why the power of the images, the power of the civilian populations, the faces of the victims have overwhelmed the world, and that's why we see new voices from the Jewish community, from the media, except Fox News. Except Fox News. I should call it Fox Views. No news, it is only Fox Views. And Fox News should be ashamed of itself because it should serve the American public, not the Israeli public. Second, so things are moving. The American people reject this war against the innocent population in Palestine. But why is our administration in full support of the actions of the Israeli government. Why Congress is voting to send more arms to the state of Israel. Why is that? Why is that? That is the question, ladies and gentlemen, those who are watching nationwide. Congress is acting in defiance of its mandate to protect any civilian population. The Congress people of the United States were elected by the American people, not by the Israeli people. And therefore, why our elected leaders are taking action on behalf of the state of Israel, not America? Why so? And that's why the secret, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to be frank, to be blunt, but also to be blunt with all of you. Rallies are good. Rallies are good. We can come here and vent, but this is not good enough. What is needed to be done? We need to tell our members of Congress that they have pledged allegiance to the Constitution of the United States, not the state of Israel. And therefore, we have to hold our elected leaders accountable. It is our tax money that's going to supply the state of Israel to kill innocent people. No longer should be in our name. This carnage is being committed in America's name. Israel has become a strategic liability on the United States. Israel is being paid to stay out of trouble, but today Israel is being supplied with American F-16s. This does not speak for me, it does not speak on behalf of majority of Americans. And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, I am asking you, after this rally, to call your elected representatives, to hold them accountable, and do not accept the Israeli talking points. AIPAC should have its hand off the United States Congress. They have corrupted our foreign policy. They have corrupted our political leaders, but our political leaders who speak their party line, they don't speak their conscience. I'll give you an example and I'll let you go after that. John Kerry, our Secretary of State, the spokesperson of our government, when he thought that the mic was not hot, when he was in Fox News studio, he said, you know what he said? He said, it's a hell of a pinpoint operation. It's a hell of a pinpoint operations, mocking the claim that Israel was not targeting civilian population. So this is the truth, that our elected leaders, our appointed leaders, when they are to themselves, they speak the truth. I want them to speak the truth to America. I want them to be free from the party line. I want them to repledge their allegiance to America and American values. So, we're not done. We're not done. See this number. Save it. If you want to save Gaza, save this number. Call this number. This is the White House number. 202-456-111. 456-111. Please call the White House. Express your dissatisfaction with this policy. Tell them and demand that they stop the blockade on Israel. Learn more about our organization, but most importantly, contact this website. The American people should know more about this issue. Visit If Americans Knew. It is a website I recommend for people to learn about the facts and to counter the lies and the propaganda of the pro-Israel lobby. Thank you very much. Peace.